Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fergan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is how you lie to yourself and how you fail yourself dismally again and again. I know a few people, they keep on saying, next year I'm going to do this, next year I'm going to do this, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to leave that woman or leave that man or whatever. Tomorrow. There's a fellow close to me. He's been telling me in the last 10 years how he's going to sell his businesses, move overseas. I keep hearing the story again and again and again and again and again. And every time I try to remind you that he said that 4 or 5 years ago, he says to me, I'm so negative. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. It's your life. What are you waiting for? Tomorrow, I'm going to move to the beach, I'm going to go for a run, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Why don't you lie to yourself? Stop get off that fat couch and fat ass of yours and start doing something constructive in your life. Now, I'm not trying to be explicit against you or anybody for that matter, but I want to wake you up for once in your fucking life. Look in the mirror and stop lying to yourself that you're going to do this tomorrow, when I have time, when it's the weekend, when it's this, because we always know if you keep delaying, you're not going to do it. I'll stop smoking on Monday. I know a fellow that said for the last 2 years I'm going to stop smoking Monday or next week. He's still smoking. You're lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Forget about lying to other people. You lie to yourself. Look in the mirror. We've all done it. And I have to say, I've done this too. But I want to bring you and wake you up today for this matter so you can stop fucking lying to yourself. So one day you'll actually take action. And if I've woken up one person seeing this video was a success. Because we all lie to ourselves. This is different. It's not different. It's not what he said. It's not what she said. It's not what he meant. Come on. Stop lying to yourself. Stop trying to fix people when you really have to fix yourself. I know so many people that are experts on how to fix other people's relationships and fix their lives, but they can't see their own selves. I know a fellow that keeps criticizing other people how fat they are, but he can't see himself for 1 second how fat he is. They keep lying to themselves again and again and again and again. Stop it. Stop lying to yourself for once in your fucking life. Stop and say to yourself, the advice that I'm giving to others, am I giving that same advice to myself? I ask you that question. The advice that you give people in relationships or finance or other things, do you actually implement the same advice you give to others that you give to others? Do you give the same advice to others to yourself? Do you actually implement it? Or you're pathetic or dumbass like most people. They know how to fix everybody but themselves. I want to wake you up and look in the mirror for once in your life. And although I'm explicit in this video, but sometimes you have to be explicit because majority of people today sleep in broad daylight. They're like zombies on the phone. Yeah. You haven't even started a phrase telling them something. I know. Yeah, they don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I know. You don't even know. I didn't even start. I know. This is how pathetic we live in this society today. So I want to talk to you today. I want to tell you, please stop lying to yourself. It's your life. If you keep lying to yourself that you're going to stop smoking next week or you're going to exercise next week, we both know you're lying. But you're trying to convince yourself that you're going to do it. I know a fellow that died from an overdose on drugs. And his mother insisted that I go and see him a couple of years ago. And I saw him and he said, and I'll never forget it, John, I can stop whenever I want. He lies to himself. I said to him, are you trying to convince me or convince yourself? Because me you haven't convinced, but he lied to himself. So this is an extreme case, but we all lie to ourselves in one form or another. Don't lie to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. And do you give the same advice you give to others to yourself? Or you're so pathetic, like majority of people, that say one thing, but do something totally different. Give a little example. How many times some of us went and asked for advice to 2 or 3 people and everybody said to you the same thing, and then you went and did the opposite, and then you came back crying 3 weeks. And then when they said to you, but we told you, they said, no, but this is different. Then lying to yourself. I'm not talking about others, I'm talking to you today. Stop lying to yourself and putting foots to yourself and ruin your life by lying to yourself tomorrow that you're going to start exercising tomorrow, you're going to stop smoking tomorrow, you're going to stop taking drugs and stop drinking. Because if you really want, you'll start now, not tomorrow. You'll stop smoking now. You'll start running now. You'll start dancing now. You'll stop seeing those losers now. If not, keep lying to yourself again and again and again and again, and you wonder why. You're stuck in a rut, and you look in the mirror and you look like Humpty Dumpty. I know that was funny, but the sad truth, it's the truth. So I really hope that I motivated you today, and I make you realize that you are lying to yourself, all of us to some extent, and I know that I lied to myself many times before. And this is why I come up with this video, because I was pathetic too. I'm not trying to criticize, demean anybody, but I want to wake you up. Stop lying to yourself. Take your life in your hands and do what you really want to do. For once in your life, be authentic with yourself, not others, with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me. I really hope I inspired you or gave you some thoughtful thought, because I can change your life. The question is, do you want to? Or are you going to keep watching Chicago Housewives, or Those Were the Days of Our Lives, or Kim Kardashian, or Beyonce, or all this shit that will never get you anywhere? Wasting your time on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on pictures that nobody gives a fuck about. The only one who gives a shit is you. And you're worried about how many likes, and why he didn't like it, or she didn't like it, and why did you like their picture and they didn't like your picture. Really? Don't like yourself. Nobody gives a fuck about you. The only person that gives a fuck about you is you. Look us up on www.alltotalcoaching.com. I can change your life. The question is, do you want to? Email us on john@sosdating.com. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know what? I'm your friend, Johnny Forget.